So what do you do if the other driver's lying about the accident?
So documentation is so important at an accident scene. You want to make sure if that there was any witnesses that saw the crash that you're getting their name and number so that we can use it later on. Also take pictures of the scene, take pictures of your vehicle, and make sure you talk to the officer and really explain how the accident occurred so that your narrative makes it into the crash report.
Could the police report override maybe that false statement that was given?
It's a good question. So police reports are actually inadmissible under Florida law, but there's a lot of evidence we can use from the accident scene that could be helpful in our case. And so we can request 911 calls. We can request all the body cam footage that an officer may have had at the scene to really put the pieces together about how the accident happened.
And would you say that's one of the main reasons you get those eyewitnesses, contact info, and things like that so that you can kind of shape the story?
Absolutely. So when we have an independent witness, a lot of times our investigations team will reach out and get their statement early on in the case because while their memory is still fresh, and so that we can get an accurate, depiction of what happened that day.
Okay, so I'm in a car accident. I'm obviously really worked up. And now the person's lying about what happened. What would be your first step? Get info from everybody else there?
The first step would be to call an attorney so that you don't have to worry about that. And so the attorney and their investigations team can jump on it and get those witness statements and get the 911 calls and get the crash report and really put it all together in all the facts about how the accident happened. And a lot of times there's nearby businesses that may have captured the accident with their footage. And so we can send an investigator there to pull their camera footage and we'll have that as well. And so it really takes a whole team and going to the accident scene and figuring out what happened.
And if someone delays contacting you guys, does that make gathering that evidence a little more complicated at times?
Yes, when there's a delay, it's more challenging because a lot of times surveillance gets overrun after a certain amount of time and it's only there for a certain period. And if we don't ask the businesses to save it, they're not going to. And so that's why it's important to get an attorney early on.